Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope everyone is having a good day. So today's video, we're going to be talking about the Anvil Hawk. Okay. I know that this ship is pretty under the radar. I know that there's some people that talk about the ship and just doing a quick walk around of it and everything like that. So we're going to start at the back here. What I think is cool is you can apprehend suspects, put them in here when that game loop does arrive at the game. But for now, you can use this area as a bed, and you can actually log out of the game, which I think is pretty convenient. Okay. So that's one good reason. Not every ship comes with a bed. And not all ships are relatively, decent at combat that come with a bed, So I believe it's in the 1 million range as far as AUEC is concerned, so it's not very expensive. It's definitely an affordable ship. Unfortunately, there is no SCU, so you're not going to be able to, do any box missions. Potentially, you might be able to store some boxes in the back where the prisoner area is. But you run into risk if you start storing too many boxes that they'll bounce around and destroy your ship. So just, keep that in mind. Okay. So before we take off here, I want to talk a little bit about the UI. Right off the bat, you see system vitals, everything like that. On the left-hand side, you've got your ship's shields and hull life, and then you've got your target status, and then the most important readout over here is going to be your systems, where if you are going to be flying the ship, you're going to want to make sure that your tromag is going to be on, which it is, which is bizarre because in most cases this is actually not turned on by default. You actually have to turn it on manually. But it looks like it's turned on and everything is basically running exactly how it should. So we're going to go ahead and select us a VHRT or whatever we can find. Even if it's an ERT, I've never tried to shut down an AI hammerhead with this ship, so that would be interesting to do. We've got an ERT right here, and we have a VHRT, so I'll tell you what, we'll start with the VHRT, which I'm more than confident that the ship is capable of doing no problem, and then we'll also select the ERT just to have that in the background. Okay, we'll accept the offer, and hopefully, potentially, if we run into a player, we'll see what we can do, as far as PvP, just to kind of get everything all in one video, but that's wishful thinking. So alright, so now that we've got our missions selected, we're going to go ahead and take off. So as you see, like right now the wings are in the closed position, so as we take off, I will wait until we're far enough away
you are clear to
the
launch.
asteroid field, and then I will go into third person. Show you what they look like with the wings open. My engines are off.
Engines online.
We had a 30K like right before this, so that probably explains a lot. So all systems are go, everything's good. Take them off. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so we got an Aurora MR, and then which is obviously not the guy that was targeting us. And then we've got an Asperia Talon. Okay, so this guy was definitely targeting us. But it looks like he's not pursuing, so we're not gonna bother with him whatsoever. There's really no point. I think he's here for a bounty hunt. So. Which I will say this for those of you that are bounty hunting in PvP, don't just start locking on to people. Use your scanner. When you start targeting people, you might attract attention you don't want. I easily could have went over there and just started shooting and EMP'd him, but you know, just scan your targets. Man. You don't have to lock on to people to do that.
Landing gear raised.
All right, so we're getting a lot of DC here. Let's go ahead and go into. So we can talk about my loadout. Okay, I'm using mostly distortion weapons rather than all laser repeaters because I do use the ship for piracy. I don't really, you know, fly the ship unless I'm in a group, which is where its strengths lie. You don't have any missiles, so just keep that in mind as well. Alright, we're heading to the target location now. Come on now. So we got our stagger going on. Good to go. And so right, I was actually gonna say, 2 seconds. So let's take a look at the ship here. So that's what it looks like with its wings and landing gear closed. I would really like for them to allow you to be able to open and close your wings during combat for different combat situations without having to put your landing gear down.
Warning.
So
Systems
fingers crossed.
overheating.
So systems are overheating. Let's go ahead and launch the UAV because that's probably why it's at the very limit. So it's going to take a while before it'll cool down. So we're going to just sit tight. Got a couple more seconds. All right, we can start heading over to the target. And then once we get closer, we'll start spooling up the EMP again when we're going to be ready to fire it. The thing about the EMPs, you're going to want to launch it when the enemy's shields are down. You want to make sure that you've got both front and back shields down. This way you have a better chance of immobilizing the ship. Alright, so here we are, we're approaching.
Okay.
There we are, okay. So we got a Cutlass Black, got a Hornet,
Okay.
got a Buccaneer. Okay, so that Buccaneer and that Hornet is definitely going to be the main issues, like right off the bat, so. Alright,
There's something with your name on it.
right off the bat. So it's pretty dark on this side, so I'm going to go straight and try to basically spin the ship around. Chase me out. See, at least on this side we can see the asteroids, even though it's just really dark, silhouette, but we can see them. Alright, so our target is actually closing distance pretty quick. Okay. Start spooling up. Turning. He actually just jumps down.
Damn it!
We don't want to end our target too quickly, so he's already like disabled. We can keep him disabled if we wanted to, but if we destroy him, we probably won't have a chance to fight everyone else. So, alright, we can go ahead and spool up again. So here we got the Buccaneer coming in.
Got something for you.
Return. happens here, it shouldn't even be able to fight back at this point.
Shit. Shit.
Target destroyed.
There's literally nothing he can do. Alright, so here's the Cuddy Black. So something that I hope we see in the future, right, is I really hope that we're gonna have a system where the AI is a little bit more, involved in combat. This would definitely help people that, strictly do PvE be more better prepared for PvE players. That is something scary. I hope that keep that in
Shields
mind.
hit.
Oh, okay. Well, he is shooting back. That's the thing about the Cuddy, man. Cuddy, you guys need to do something about the Cuddy Black and all the Cuddys. These engines either need more HP, or you need to make sure that the engines just don't have like such an easy way of being taken out, because it's just not fair for this ship to do so poorly as it does.
Target destroyed.
It should be better, especially as a ship that most people want to pledge early on for $100 and everything like that. You're gonna definitely want to give them a little bit more ship HP on their engines, just in that area of the ship at least. All right, so here we're gonna come up against the Hornets.
Something for you.
So I guess I missed my PP there.
Target destroyed.
Alright, so that's it. Now it's just the Hurricane
Damn
that
it.
we were basically messing up earlier. It looks like it's got his health back. I don't know how that's even possible. It's fully repaired now.
Target
Yeah,
destroyed.
that's weird. He was almost dead before, so yeah. If she was the first target, we could have literally like annihilated him right off the beginning. If you're trying to run these like quick like that, all you need to do is go after the main target, shut their shields down, EMP them, and they can't fight back. They can't do anything. So it's essentially the same thing, with players. If you're trying to do piracy, the way you would essentially do it, in this ship, is you would have maybe one or two people with EMP. At least one person's flying the Mantis or the Cuddy Blue, for the interdicting capabilities and the dampener and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much everything you need to know about this ship. You know, like I said, it doesn't have missiles, so that is something. But you have plenty of decoy flares. You've got, you know, your noise flares and things like that, so you can flare things off. The EMP, man, it's really strong. So, you know, you would fire that and basically shut down just about any ship. So for now, since my systems are apparently getting hot and I don't plan on doing anything else with this right now, we're going to shut off the Tromag burst generator, so this way it doesn't give my ship issues with power management and things like of that nature. Another thing that I would recommend is key binding your weapon systems.
Weapons offline.
So it'll lower your heat signature as well. You'll be a lot less detectable when you're coming up on a target. You know, mainly for players. Obviously, you don't need it for AI, but
Weapons
you can also
online.
turn off your
Shields online.
your shields and your weapons together.
Weapons online.
So, you know, things like that.
Weapons offline.
So weapons offline. We're gonna turn on shields and
Shields online.
weapons right now, and you know, it doesn't take very long as you have it set to your power management is set to neutral. Everything will come back just right away. So just before you engage, just make sure all your systems are back online, and that's about it. But alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative and useful. And yeah, I want to see more of you guys flying the Anvil Hawk out there. It's a great ship, you know, it's a good looking ship and it's a lot of fun. I just think that it's kind of overshadowed by things like the Gladius and the Arrow, which, don't get me wrong, like, I love flying the Arrow. The Arrow is probably my favorite light fighter. But you know, let's see some more Anvil Hawks out there, you know what I mean, guys? So alright guys, take care, have a great day, and I'll see you